the Pro subscription will be free for 2 months if you want to jump on it. And the Pro users can claim Destiny 2, the collection, Grid, Gylt, Gylt, not sure how you pronounce that, SteamWorld Dig 2, SteamWorld Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh or something, Serious Sam collection, Spitlings, Stacks on Stacks, in brackets on Stacks, and Thumper. So, I mean, there's a massive array of games there.
Yeah, what a great list. I mean, everyone should be flocking there, obviously.
The enthusiasm that you have there, mate. The enthusiasm when you were listing those games is the exact amount of enthusiasm that I've got for Google Stadia.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost unbelievable how bad that lineup is for what they're trying to offer, isn't it? It's like actually unbelievable that that's all they're offering for that. For what is it usually $8.99 a month? Is it $7.99 a month? Something like that.
That's the Pro version.
Awful,
man. Like that is the just come on. That's not even the entry level of Stadia.
No.
It's absolutely bizarre.
Well, I think
it's
the
nice
thing we
to
have
see
to
they're
include...
doing the world a favour during these pressing times. Here you go, guys. Play some great games for free.
Yeah, I think the thing we also have to mention. The thing we also have to mention is that, you know, when you get Google Stadia Pro, you still have to buy the games. It's not like it's a subscription. Obviously not with those free games that you get.
No, you get these lovely,
list, but
you have to buy the other ones.
Yeah. You have to buy every other game. It's like, well,
if you want to play a decent game, you have to buy it.
It's awful. It's rubbish. It's absolutely. I'm sorry. Like, it is rubbish. That's what it is. Like, there's no other word for it. To be honest, it's just garbage. And,
I mean, can we not mention the most important fact, the fact that you can't play this unless you literally have the best internet connection in the world? Because at the moment, especially with isolation, I don't know if everyone else is in the same boat, but my internet's turned to mush because everyone's on the internet all day. Yeah, so 100%. How on earth you're going to be able to stream games consistently from your house? I mean, you're literally going to have to be paying like 200 quid a month for internet. So, and if you've got that much money, you probably don't really want to buy Google Stadia because you've probably already got a console. So, you know.
Yeah, very true. I just don't get how Google have put this together with how big Google is, how they've turned around and thought this was a good package, Google Stadia as a whole. Like, yeah, pay monthly, but you have to buy the games as well. Like, what kind of service is this? It's so weird.
Well, what they've done, obviously, with doing this 2-3 month thing is, you know, it is a good thing because, you know, you could say it's a nice thing to do while people are at home and in isolation. But I also think it's probably a clever marketing strategy because they know they're struggling. I mean, they clearly must know they're struggling. You know, they're not struggling for money. Obviously, it's Google. They'll pump as much money. They could probably lose.
Oh, this is failing though.
Yeah, not be affecting.
Oh no, they won't pump as much money as they can into it. They don't back a dead horse. If this doesn't pick up in the next year or so, it'll just be binned off.
But my point is like this is a good strategy for them to. This is like a last resort strategy. Offer it for free and hope that, you know, they somehow get a decent audience that
forgets to cancel.
Forgets to cancel, which is, I mean, that's how Netflix enjoys most of its success, to be fair. So it's a strategy that has worked in the past and continues to work for Netflix. But I just don't think it'll work for Google Stadia because I think most people will probably try it. Well, most people won't play it. The minority of people that try it will play it for a couple of days and go,
it's
what
terrible.
is this garbage list? I mean,
no, it doesn't make any sense, though. You know, everyone's stuck at home, right? If you are a gamer stuck at home, you already have a gaming PC or a console. So why would you invest in a streaming service, which its main benefit is, you know, you can play games on the go? Like, you're not going to stream games on your main TV.
Well, you know, I don't know. It doesn't appeal to any of us. I doubt it'd appeal to, like you were touching on, most gamers. And if they were going to try and appeal to gamers, they had to give you a better list of games than that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's embarrassing, isn't
it? Who's jumping over to play some of them? SteamWorld Dig 2?
No, I mean, no one.
I'll give it a
go. I just don't know why. Like, it's not even just like, it's the entire list as a whole. It's like, it's just not a good list, is it? There's nothing standout. I mean, Destiny 2, fine, but isn't that game free on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC anyway?
Yeah, over half of the base game is free to play. But, yeah, it does include some of the DLCs as well. So I have no idea. I have no idea what this is. Like, this is like the best time for them to do something pro-consumer, and they've done it in it's just garbage. Like, what is the point? At least come to some sort of deal with some of the other games and the publishers and the devs that you've got on board, and have a better library for the pro service for the 2-month period. Do something.
Perks.
It's horrible.
Like you touched on, it's the pro service.
Yeah, pro apparently.
Yeah, like after the 2-month period, fair enough, they go away, and if you like the games, then you can try and trick people into buying them. But my God, this is just so bad.
Look, all I have to say is, I mean, you go on PlayStation and get the PlayStation Now service for whatever it is a month, $8.99 a month. You go on Game Pass and get that service for $8.99 a month, whatever it is. You look at the difference between what games they're offering and then Google Stadia. It's night and day. I mean,
I actually thought when I first heard of Google Stadia and the concept, I thought it would be like Game Pass in the sense of the subscription, and you get like a good library of games. I thought Google, big backing, obviously, they could probably get these games, a lot of the games on there. What it's turned out to be is it's a farce.
What it's literally the worst game is what we speculated it would be. Like, sorry, to speak over you, but it's like everything that we talked about in our preview and our like what we imagined our first impressions to be way back when it was first announced and when it first launched. Everything that we were pessimistic about has come true with Stadia. It just has no way back.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, does it? They'd have to pump in a lot of money and somehow turn the tide, but it doesn't feel like they will.
Who are they appealing to? That's what I'd ask. Who is it they're appealing to? I mean, they can't possibly be appealing to Xbox gamers. They can't possibly be appealing to PlayStation gamers. Nintendo gamers, no, they're not going to bother with a service like Stadia. Come on. I mean, who are the PC gamers maybe? But why? You've got Steam and things like that. Why would they bother? Like, I just don't
already have libraries that they've paid for. They are not going to download a client like Stadia and then pay again to re-own games that they've already paid to own. It's senseless.
Yeah,
it really is.
And then you can only stream. Don't forget. So if your internet goes off, rest in peace.
Yeah, like it's great if you live in certain parts of the USA and you have like 1,000 whatever megabytes or a gigabyte of internet. Like that's great, but for the standard people who are running maybe like between 20 and 70 meg, somewhere in that category, it's just not solid enough. Like because you're going to fluctuate every now and then, and if you drop from like the higher tiers into the mid to the lower tiers of Stadia, then it's useless. You're streaming something that's completely unenjoyable. It's not worth doing.
They've dropped it way too early. A service like this. I mean, I know the service itself is terrible, but like you were touching on with the streaming, they've dropped it before internet speeds have even caught up to something like this. Pointless.
I'm just not sure that a streaming-only service will ever work, because the difference is Xbox and PlayStation, that they're investing in streaming services as well, obviously, but they're always going to have just other methods of downloading games or whatever. They're never going to go fully streaming. There's no way they're ever going to go fully streaming. They're going to always have both options. So why would you not go with the company that's got both options? Why would you just choose Google Stadia that's got only one option? It just makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. And I just want to touch on something as well. With the Destiny 2 being on there, Perks, if you jumped into Destiny now as well, aren't you like going to struggle to even play the game properly because you're so far behind other players?
To an extent. I mean, you do get caught up to speed pretty quickly these days.
So it's not as bad as it used to be?
No, it's not like you join the game and you're at like complete base level and you can't catch up. Within a few hours, you're at a reasonable level. You're obviously still not going to be able to play the game to its full extent, but you're not quite locked off as much as you were in previous years. But I mean, even so, I mean, Destiny is a commitment of a game. It's not like pick up and play, let's try this out. You have to really buy into it. So for that to be their main game on there, as much as I enjoy Destiny, that's a miss. Like, that's not a good selling point of Stadia right now.
No. I don't know if they thought it would turn people to Stadia, but I don't think it will. Because I just remember back in the day, obviously, when I said to you, I might jump into Destiny, and you just said, there's no point, it's too late.
I mean, yeah, that's the nature of it. You're going to be so far behind like, the PvE content, like, and PvP is difficult because you're running against people who play daily and have like spec builds and stuff. So it's not going to be an enjoyable experience fresh off the bat. Maybe after the 2 months when you've like become fully accustomed to the game and like achieved what you need to achieve to enjoy it further, then yeah. But to download right now and expect to have fun right at the beginning. It's probably unlikely.
Yeah.
That game, it was literally a case of you had to start with day one, or else you were never keeping up with anyone else. So, I mean, it was just, it got worse. I think it got worse as it went along until obviously they started implementing the whole, when you start now, you automatically got upgraded to like level 20 or whatever it was back in the day, and the light level would automatically go up and stuff like that. But before that, it was absolutely awful. Like, it was dreadful. Like, there's literally no point if you hadn't started on day one.
Yeah, like many other games like that. If you take a break or if you miss the boat at the beginning, that is not a fun experience whatsoever.
No. Yeah, and it can be hard to catch up, that's for sure. But we will move on to topic number 3. But before we do, make sure you give us your thoughts on Google Stadia. Let us know in the comments below if you guys tried it yet. Is it any good? Probably not. So I'll predict it's not. So, yeah,
just get the tombstone ready for it and move on.
I'm sure we will get a comment. We'll definitely get a comment with someone saying, "You don't know what you're talking about, you guys. It's awesome and all that." I can imagine that, but
yeah, they should have a WWE Buried Alive match with OnLive and Google Stadia.
Yeah,
and they both lose.
Knock each other out with shovels and just both fall in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll be up for that. But yeah, there's probably will be like the Google intern out there who has to go around on YouTube videos and tell everyone how good it is. But yeah.
Oh, tell us why. If you are a fan, tell us why. I'd love a justification as to why it's enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. So
I mean, you can guarantee like Google are listening to this. So
well, yeah,
when are they
it's
not?
their platform, so
yeah.
you know.
And they love Checkpoint Reach podcasts, so yeah, they'll be devastated to hear that we don't like Stadia.